In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smiling. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up, I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
To the DMV and the rest of the world. This is your girl, REESE, aka the best that ever did it. And welcome to another installment of the Morning Mac Show. As you all know, this is Wednesday Wellness, as we talk about things pertaining to the mental and the physical health of us and others and well-being and all that good stuff, right? All right, before I get into today's show, let me introduce my guest and my co-host for today. I would like to introduce my co-host, Michelle Pucciarelli, is in the house with us. Pucci, good morning.
Good morning. Happy Hump Day.
Happy Hump Day. Happy Hump Day. Everybody know Michelle. For y'all that don't know. She's my Monday, Wednesday, and Girl Friday.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you. And speaking of Mama, I find it funny. Mama's in the opening song for the show. Your movie name in Bumher, which you never seem to want to mention there, Reese Cup, Mama Diesel.
The movie Bumher.
Good morning, my beautiful friend. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. And we also got this morning, this is my special guest. This is my Girl Crush Wednesday. That's this girl, she's a comedian out of Baltimore, but she be tearing the stage up everywhere she go, all over. She tickles the hell out of me. I love her. And she do a joke about the hanging fat. I got all that fat. I got all that seasoning and everything. It's my girl, D-Lo.
How y'all feeling?
We feeling good, baby. We feeling good. What's going on with you?
Nothing, just up. Thankful for being awake. Trying to get myself prepared for later tonight. Got a show in Virginia to head out to. So, I'm chilling right now. How y'all feeling?
Come on, tell the world who you are and tell us about this show, because we may want to follow you out in Virginia.
Okay, all right. Hey, listen, all right. I'm here for it. I'm D-Lo. I'm from Baltimore. I'm a comedian. Fell into comedy through a little incident after work. I was doing laundry, and I was a little drunk while I was doing laundry, and I ended up on the floor somewhere. So it took me out of work, ended up doing comedy and got stuck into it. It's one of those things that you just can't get out of. Now I pretty much, I'm trying to build myself up. Like I said, it's been 7 years trying to build myself up to where I can get to the point of really touring. I do a lot of festivals, a lot of shows in the DMV, travel a bit. I've been to, so far I performed in Vegas, Portland, Texas, Dallas, Texas, the whole East Coast, a lot of the South, St. Louis, Kansas City, done some stuff with some podcast people, some great headliners. So I'm looking forward to doing more. The show we're doing tonight is actually with a guy who runs a lot of shows, does a lot of booking. A guy named Vaughn Michael out of DC. So
we know Vaughn. We know Vaughn.
All right, cool. Then you know Vaughn, so it's gonna be me and Dwayne Watts.
Yeah,
Dwayne Watts will
Dwayne.
be the two of us tag teaming and just tearing it down tonight, down in VA. And then tomorrow, I don't think I go to get my hair done tomorrow, so I ain't got no show.
Tomorrow's a self-care day.
Ah, okay.
Thursday.
Gotcha. So I'm probably going to try to slide out to some other stuff. I'm gonna see what's going on in the city or in the area. I'll let y'all know what's going on. So if y'all want to come out, and then this weekend
we got the name of the place and the address.
Yeah. You talking about for the show tonight, or you talking about? Okay, well, the one tonight is in. Oh shit! Hold up. I don't be knowing stuff.
Me too.
I never remember stuff. I never got all the information for nothing, man. It'd be last minute for me.
Yep. You sound like you and I are similar. Like when the day arrives, I'll show up at the time and place. But until then, good luck.
Pretty much. So it's at J2's Restaurant and Lounge. That is going to be at 218 William Street. And that is in Virginia. I don't know the exact city. It doesn't show it on here. But it is 18 William Street. The show will probably start around 8. Seating starts at 7:25. And this show, dope comics, $5.
Wow, $5. Who else is on the ticket with you besides Dwayne Watts?
It's just me and Dwayne.
Okay,
we're gonna run that joint down.
I saw you guys at the other lounge in DC when y'all was doing
the competition.
Yeah.
That's where I ended up meeting Michelle.
Really?
That's where we met.
I didn't know that was your first time meeting Michelle.
That's where it all began, Zelo.
Yep. But see, I was already down, wasn't that, D-Lo?
Yeah. I met your crazy ass a while ago with Gwen, boy. And listen, let me tell you something. If it's one thing for sure, two things for certain, there will never be another Reese cup. I don't care what you try to do, how you try to compare to her. Ain't nobody Reese cup. On God. You don't believe me? Come see Reese perform.
Preach. We've seen things come out of places we weren't prepared for.
Listen. As much as I love the female anatomy, I did not know that you could hide the amount of things Reese hides in them titties, okay? Like, I need to travel with Reese. I need to take you on Southwest because I don't need 2 bags fucking around with Reese. You know what I mean? You don't need my whole wardrobe underneath the left titty. That's it,
And given that I had given her a lollipop to hold that looked like it was a penis, it was a cocksucker. You could put the strap-ons in there and everything, and you guys will be fine. She's got the space to hold it.
Michelle, you gotta stay there for Freaky Friday.
My mind is always in the gutter.
I'm sorry. Well, come on, let's bring it back. But I do have a special clip from last night. Yes. I don't know if anybody in the room see it. Molly, do you got that clip? The one we falling?
Oh, who falling?
Me dancing.
She was dancing. Really, it was a dance.
No, but I find it. I know you want me to say that.
Yeah, definitely show that. I wanted to talk about the goodness. So all my fans out there that didn't get a chance to see, that wasn't on Taco Tuesday and Tequilas. This is why you guys need to come down on Tuesday for the improv, because you don't never know what you're gonna get, especially with me, because life is like a box of chocolates. It should be on our IG. I titled it "Tits in the Gut." Because all you saw was tits and gut in this video.
And shout out it on Instagram.
It's on Instagram, YouTube, all of that.
Okay.
The one you looking at this morning.
Okay, Michelle just sent it.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Oh,
Michelle.
that's why I did see this, but it won't show it. Why I keep saying unavailable? I'm gonna show you what it showed me when I tried to pull this
Oh,
video.
boo.
Did Michelle? You said Michelle sent
Yeah,
it
I
to
got
you?
it from you earlier too, and it keeps saying
Because we
unavailable
put
video, unavailable.
it's on TikTok and it's on Facebook, and all of it saying
Girl, we
unavailable.
got it. That is a. How are other people seeing it, but he can't see us? The world
They
is
might
trying to stop
remove it.
you from going viral, Reese.
They probably removed it because I was like, "What Reese sent me?" I didn't never know what it was because it said
No,
unavailable.
if you go
That's
to
what
her
it was.
TikTok, it's still up there.
It's
I
on
I
can.
got
TikTok.
Teresa in here, Louisa in here,
Good
Yeah.
Kenny
morning,
in here.
y'all.
He
Good
said
morning,
B More is
everyone.
in the
I wanted.
house.
That's why I wanted to show the family the video.
Yeah, they not. They must took it down or something,
No,
or
it's
Would you
did
here.
get,
something
I'm
to
looking
it.
at it.
I'm gonna try to get it up. You probably can see it, but they're not
That's
allowing
what
other
she
people
said.
to see it.
can you pin the link to it in the group so that people can just go straight to it? Like they can click on the link.
Yeah, let's try that.
Michelle, did you send it from TikTok
Yeah,
or
Yeah.
Instagram?
I sent it from.
No, she sent the video. Per, I got the video. They just saying unavailable every time I click. I shared it on the show. You probably couldn't see
Are you following Michelle on TikTok?
it.
Okay, because I know sometimes people say they can't see stuff when they're not
It's
following.
the weirdest thing
When I,
how technology works. What doesn't
We're
work.
gonna
It
find a
is
way to get it
weird.
up. I'm gonna get it up before the show out.
Yeah.
I am certain you are.
When you go to YouTube before the show out. Well, the morning tea. I ain't gonna talk about the incident till y'all see it because I want my friends and family to see it, to share in on that love with
It
me.
is something to be. It is a sight to behold.
It's so definitely I ain't gonna
Oh,
comment too much on that.
mm,
But we do have a show, me and Michelle on not December, February the 25th, right there at Bar 210. And you
mm.
guys are in for a real treat on that show. I can't tell y'all too much of what I'm getting into on that, but you in for a real treat.
what time does that show start?
I can't wait.
8 o'clock. The doors open at 8. Is the show start at 9, Michelle, or is that at 8?
I
Our
think
show.
we're starting at 8:30. I think it's. I no. I actually think we're starting at 8.
No, the doors open at 8. I think it started at
Oh
9.
no! TikTok strikes again. They took the sound off of it.
Yeah, about something is wrong with that
So
video. It's
you can't
removed.
hear the lumps and the bumps.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
the
them
IG
bastards.
and the IG
Did you
TikTok.
post it on Instagram too?
Yep, it's on Instagram
She's
too.
got the video on her phone. You downloaded the video on your phone, right?
Yes, it's on
Text
the
it to
phone.
Text it to Molly. Send some.
Okay.
Come
I,
on. Teamwork makes the dreams work. We gotta see you fall. No, we don't want to see you fall. I actually,
You
as
talking
I
about this
was
joint called
recording,
Tits and Guts?
yes.
yes,
Oh, you too funny. I see you dancing. I'm about to
Michelle,
see this.
Michelle,
Oh my goodness, Reese is too funny, y'all.
I was recording too. I was recording the two of them, and I'm just like, I see them going, and I'm just like, what? This is awesome.
Guts.
I changed the music.
The party was jumping when Bertha got off of her stump. The whistles were blowing and everybody did the bump. But all the time Bertha had been working on a goodie. Now folks call it Bertha Butt Boogie.
Now put down the tank.
When Bertha Butt in her
Let's go.
she started the Bertha Butt
Here we go.
Boogie. No question.
Here comes trouble.
When Bertha got moving,
Oh!
coming in the wind, the ground started shaking. No grass grew where she'd been.
Hell started shaking. Did y'all see that? Did the viewers see that? Did everybody see that?
Oh,
yo,
That-
y'all
look,
wild,
that
man.
song, man.
So
That
when
song
you
is
come
awesome.
out,
That perfect choice,
Oh my goodness.
when you come out
right?
on the Taco Tequila Tuesday and tomfoolery We bring the tomfoolery.
Mhm.
You don't never know what you're gonna get. We started the show off. You know, I was up there dancing the pumps and the bump originally. You know, because I was gonna redo it, and I was titling the song "Tits and Some Gut." Tits and Some Gut. You like
Well, I
the
mean-
girl with the tits and some gut. You know, I'm redoing pumps and the bump, right? So it was getting good. I said, "Oh shucks, I remember this." Oh shucks, I messed up when I put down my cane. So me and Angie get up there, my other sister from another mister. Me and Angie get up there, and I was trying to do the bump with her. And as you see in the video, I don't have much ass. And when Angie should have been backing the ass up, she had it up in the front, and I fell straight back. Had I had her butt to bounce against, you know, when you bump, you bounce you back, but like that. But I didn't have no butt to bump with. She left me hanging, y'all. That's what happened.
I
Do you
will
know-
say what Gwen said last night when she saw we named it Tits and Some Guts, you know, lumps and some bumps seems
Lumps and some
appropriate.
bumps. I don't have no bump. We was trying to bump.
Bumps and the lumps.
But as you can see, when I went straight back, I'm like, wait a minute, because she didn't have that booty there. She didn't have it backed up so I could bump it. And I think I moved too far, and I linked. That's what happened. D-Lo, what you got to say about that video, watching that?
I feel like
You missed?
what happened was, is she moved that ass out the way, and the momentum of them titties
Ain't no
your
stopping.
ass over. And next thing you know, boom, and titties just went everywhere. I think one titty went this way, one titty hit the DJ, and it was what it was.
You are lucky you did not knock yourself unconscious with them titties. Is all I'm gonna say.
Look, one time it happened. You know what? These titties are dangerous, and it will keep you off balance. I remember I jumped out of the shower, and I forgot I didn't have no damn bra on. I dropped my phone, and I bent down to get my phone, and it threw me in the closet. And the titties said, "Whoa!" I'm like, "What the hell?"
Now, see,
Like,
if
who
you
pushing me? It's
if
like
you would have fell yesterday, and them titties would have fell back and caught you in your motherfucking chin, and just
it's
pow,
all over.
it would have knocked your glasses and your wig off.
Yeah.
I'm glad look, I know, right? I'm glad I had my good bra on.
Yeah, man.
You have to have them boulder holders on it.
Never underestimate good support, I guess.
Damn, them titties look like you get that bra at motherfucking Home Depot. God damn.
You know what? You almost right. It got to be trampoline material to hold it tight. So, rubber tire.
She's not
Rubber.
kidding. She ain't kidding. I had to help do an adjustment. She's not lying.
So these are 48 mm's. So imagine. I
Yeah.
wish I had triple D.
Mm.
I didn't
So-
even know it went up to that letter.
It
Mhm.
goes up to N. Once you go past N, you have to get it tailor made. I have that condition where the breasts keep growing and growing because it obviously it grew.
Recognition. Not
I
that
know
she-
some people that need to get that.
hate them.
They ain't got no titties. I know one girl, I swear to God, all she got is some big ass nipples, yo. And it ain't no,
Go have nipples.
it ain't
Sauces?
no like little
Like
meat
sauces?
titty. It ain't nothing. It's literally, it's a space. You can tell it was supposed to be a titty there. It's round, but it's just a nipple in the center. It just looked like a chocolate chip cookie with only one chip in that bitch.
Oh, that's a sad chocolate chip cookie.
Yo, you can donate them titties, Reese, just like motherfuckers be donating locks and shit, donating hair. It's got to be for a Titties Who Care company or
The
something.
titty meat, you know, I'm gonna be up there when I do get my breast reduction. I'm gonna be up there like a gyro. You know how gyro meat is on that thing because I got all this fat hanging from my arms where I didn't lose weight. I'm just gonna be up there like this, turning. Just like the doctor get it.
I am not ever eating a gyro fucking again.
Look, the gyro is good, okay?
A Brazilian steakhouse or something.
You're right. I'm going up on the spec, and I had to show it to my family. I had to let Latrice and
Oh, she froze for but a minute. She'll be back. She'll be back.
She froze on
But
that.
yeah, she wanted to show
last
everyone.
night. I'm like,
Here we go. See, here it comes. She's
that's
coming.
how you fell off that stripper pole and got hurt.
Oh my God.
That's why. Yeah, that's why she has the cane.
You
Wait a
know,
minute, you fell off a stripper pole and that's why you got the cane?
That's
you
why.
know, I used to be a former stripper, you know, but people look at me and like, you used to be a stripper. I'm
I
like,
believe that. I live
Yes.
in Baltimore. I believe that shit. I believe it.
D-Lo, I wasn't always this size, baby. I was bigger.
Even if you is that size, even at that size, with them big ass titties, somebody is spending some money. Okay.
Oh, trust me.
You
Just
gotta
believe they are.
You know, I'm gonna share with you guys. This is Wellness Wednesday. We sharing wellness by the laughter and the jokes. My stage name was Stop. Now picture it, y'all. Coming to the stage. Stop. I'm out there on the floor. You want to lap dance? And when I hear the guy say stop, I say, oh, they calling me. Stop. Stop. They calling me. You know, every time I heard stop, you know, look, they be like, stop, stop. I'm like, I'm coming. I am coming. And then I was back with my other little shorty. We call it the Big Girl Brigade. My other little girlfriend, her name was All Hell No. You know, and then back then I had my 50-year-old auntie out there. Her name was For Real Though. So all you heard at them stripper clubs was stop. All hell no. And For Real Though. That's what you heard. We used to tear that place up. Couldn't no girls get no dance because every time we heard the stop, all hell no, For Real Though. You know, like for all hell no was over there dancing, and the guy kept saying stop, stop. So she always said, stop. They want you over here. They want you. So I come running over there, titties just a bouncing, you know. And what the damn club owner did, he put the pasties on the nipples and told me to sweep the floor as I go running because they was hanging. So I'm mopping the floor. Just to get, you know. And what happened was there wasn't no pole strong enough to hold me. So my girlfriend, all hell no, she said, look at that pole in the middle. It looked like it's big enough to, you know, to hold you. So I'm like, okay. So I went running over there. I grabbed that pole and did a loop-de-loop, couple little spins around. Next thing I know, girl, the house was shaking. I was bringing that mother down because it was a support beam holding up the roof. And all you heard was, stop, stop. And you really heard that then. And, you know, and the guy said, I said, can I come back? He said, oh, hell no. I said, I think he wants you. I told my girlfriend, I think he wants you. You know, that was the end of the Big Girl Brigade, you know, so. My best life on the pole. Now I'm reducing the cane. But it's okay.
I can. Fuck, Reese. What is wrong with you, yo? Fucking stop.
I'm not saying he hit her head when she fell off the pole.
But you know what stop stands for, right?
No.
That's short for setting titties on people.
Yeah. Setting titties on people. That's why they were calling her stop.
Come heal me. Set them titties on me. Yeah. Everybody stop, you know, setting titties on people. And that's what boom.
You can't be dropping titties on nobody. Oh, you gonna crush my rib cage fucking around like that.
Girl, I used to want to be a wrestler.
You could have won.
I believe. Biscuit. I was going to be, you know, my other cousin was going to be pork sausage. We was going to get in there. Pork sausage and country biscuit was going to be wrecking.
Fucking
it's not too late. It's not too late. We can,
you know, I was going to get in that ring and be like, bam, bam, bam. Just get in there.
All you gotta do is just start shaking your shoulders.
Look, they don't know. And Ursha, win in motion, stay in motion. That's what I thought P.D. Pablo was talking about me when he said, swinging like a helicopter. Take your shirt off. I was like, oh, shucks. P.D. trying to get knocked the fuck out. Because if I take my shirt off and swinging like a helicopter, you know, everything else going to be swinging. You know, no questions. That's why it's Bertha Butt Boogie. I changed it. The song, you know, because we was doing the Bertha Butt Boogie. I'm not ashamed. I'm unapologetically me. I am who I am. You love me or you don't.
Yo, your ass is out of control.
This is why we get along so well.
This is why we gotta do our ladies comedy tour. We got to get on the bus and just take it around the world. I just sit there and tell my stories.
Go holler at old boy that got the haircut bus, the barbershop bus.
We gonna hijack Zoe's bus.
Comedy.
Yeah, hell yeah. He can cut hair. Yeah, he keep everybody styled up. Shit.
That is an idea. When you travel the world, you know, cuts and laughs.
Hell yeah.
Okay. And on a serious note, I noticed when we broke the news on Monday about Nikki Haley. Did y'all see that in the news when we brought the story first to you live on the Morning Mac show about the Republican governor? She used to be a South Carolina. She did an 8-year term in South Carolina. She says that she's not black, she's not white, she's Indian. And I'm trying to figure out what type of Indian is she, you know, because she didn't look like, I don't see, like when you look at us, you see the map of Africa, D-Lo, on our face. When you look at Michelle, you see the map of Europe on there, you know, in Italy with the little boot when she talk, right?
Mamma mia.
But when I look at this lady, Nikki Haley, I see the map of Europe. I don't see any.
What does she look like?
Indian. She
see what she look like.
Yeah, she doesn't look like an Indian to me. And you know, she's like one of those 5%ers or whatever, maybe. Like one of those wood nickel Indians. But she's throwing her hat in the ring against Donald J. Trump. And I'm like,
Lord help us.
This is just going to be a waste of time for that young lady because I don't think America is ready for a female president. You know, they're not, or let alone Indian.
That might be like Wonder Woman.
Like Linda Carter.
Like Wonder Woman, dog.
Oh, it's this bitch. Okay, I know who it is. I've been seeing memes going around on Twitter and on Instagram because apparently she was sitting at some convention and they got a picture of her like Sharon Stone and everyone's like, please don't do the Sharon Stone. Please, no one wants to see that diva.
So
that lady's got some nerve.
Yeah, she got moxie. She got whatever, she got it, and she's running against Donald Trump for the Republican seat. But I believe that she's the token and they're throwing her in there because they know that she's not going to win against Donald. And Donald going to be representing the Republicans again for 2024. Me personally, myself, Donald Trump, okay, do your thing. Do your thing, Donald. Do your thing. But how do you all feel about that mentally? Are we prepared mentally for a woman president? Me, I don't think so, because women are so emotional. We're fickle. You know, one day she might want to burn the White House down, then the next day she might want to paint it in pink. I don't know.
Yeah, really? Did you not see Crybaby Trump? He was emotional. He was irrational.
But a man will listen to another man. They're not going to listen to a woman with ovaries.
No, but I don't disagree with you. I mean, I don't know if the country is ready for a female president yet, but it's definitely not neither one of those two knuckleheads. I'll tell you that. Good Lord. I'm grateful I got a passport now. Thank you, Jesus.
Well, I believe we'll have our first transgender president before you have a female president. That's all I'm saying.
You said we'll have a what president?
Transgender. I believe it'll be a transgender woman. Or you know,
about that.
If it's a woman.
I don't know about that. I think that like with the whole idea of are we ready for a woman? Like, let's keep it 100. These motherfuckers wasn't ready for a black president. Nobody could have imagined that Obama would have been in office. So the same way that they couldn't imagine he would be in office and then stay in office an additional term, I'm sure they can't imagine a woman being in office or getting anything done. Now, I'm not going to say that it's going to be this bitch because she don't even know what race she is, apparently. I feel like if you're going to go into the presidency, like, okay, they had all these comments about Obama and what his nationality was and all that. That man knew exactly what he was. He wasn't running around here saying, well, I'm not this and I'm not that, but I might be this and X, Y, and Z. I don't know exactly what she is. I would love to do like
she said that she's not black, and she said, I'm not black and I'm not white. I'm Indian.
Well,
people say there are a lot of things.
People
say there are a lot of things. It's madness. Just because you say it doesn't mean it is.
I think that this country may not ever be ready for a woman president, but it's going to happen eventually. At some point in time, it's going to happen. It just may not be this motherfucker. Now, if I was going to say that there should be somebody that should be a female president, and people probably not going to like my choice, My choice would be Oprah. Fuck that.
Oh, I love your choice, Oprah and Gail. 2024
president because
Oprah and Gail.
It's
Oprah
like, what
and
can we
Gail.
lose? What can we lose? We know Oprah knows how to make money.
Oh,
Oprah knows how to make decisions.
oh.
And we know Oprah is going to be about at least some of the people. I'm not going to say every motherfucker, but she's going to do something.
Why are you trying
And
to get me excited so early in the morning, D-Lo? This isn't fun. Come on now. Now
Michelle, save it for Freaky Friday.
I know.
Come on, calm yourself. Woosah. You know, take some milk thistle. Take one of them herbs to calm them hormones down, girl.
We had 18 black presidents before Obama. I guess when you got a little black in you, you black, right? It is what it is.
That's what they say. A little drop.
Presented as black. Let's put it that way. That presented as black. He presented as a black man. George Washington may not have presented as a black man with his wooden teeth, but Obama did. My whole thing is, if we do, like, why not? What's Oprah gonna hurt?
No, he said no, definitely not Oprah.
Why not?
I've been following her lately, and like a lot of stuff that she's posting is about, you know, doing things from a place of love, you know, being what's wrong with that? Does not anybody not realize over the last centuries, decades, all we've been doing is this, fighting one another, fighting. I'm better than you. I'm going to take this from you. I like that. And again, people don't acknowledge how we shit all over one another because now we're here. You know, we had to get what? We started on the bottom. Now we're here. I mean, you can't forget though about the bottom because that's how they lifted everybody up to the top. You stood on my back.
You gotta think, yo.
You stood on my back.
Oprah came
from stood on my back, Michelle.
Oprah came from being homeless, yo. Homeless. Wasn't Oprah on drugs well at one point in time?
I don't know if that's Viola Davis or if that was. Look, I know one of the black beautiful women was. That's all I'm saying. You know what?
So we're not gonna have REESE as president. Hell no.
Wait a minute.
No.
Wait a minute.
That's your uncle. Yeah, exactly. That's your uncle.
I would be a good president.
Hell to the no. Let me tell you something. First of all, every time they had one of them conferences, REESE gonna be in that motherfucker pulling shit out of her titties and shit. She gonna be like, "Where the paperwork at?"
You know,
right
I got the pen right
got
here.
time for that.
Hang on.
What we gonna do when they gotta go through some documents and shit, and they like, well, where's the papers at? Whole time they under REESE left titty. Fuck no. Not our president. Hell no. And then who gonna be the vice president? Michelle?
Hey.
Listen, Michelle
Hey.
morning with her cleavage out. God knows we're gonna start all kinds of wars because she want to bring her titties out first thing in the month.
You can't do that. That's offensive to some countries, Michelle.
Exactly.
Totally. So yeah, no.
Do not doubt my female powers here. Okay. I know how to adjust to certain comfort levels and be sweet. I'm kind of like that secret little spy, if you will. I'm not going to say that I used to be married to one, but I've had some training.
Now, speaking of female power, I'm gonna share a story. It's gonna make y'all upset.
Hell no.
I want y'all opinion on this. Speaking of female,
okay.
Molly, we got the clip set up. We could run it.
They talking about Trump back. It's hell no.
With the female thingy here, we got going on.
Hey, the female thing. What female thing?
The
8-year-old?
Yes.
Not the other video?
The 8-year-old first.
Okay.
The 8-year-old girl is recovering in the hospital after police say a man raped her after stealing her iPad. Investigators arrested 29-year-old Kane Madden Saturday morning. Al-Shakir Lure tells us more on this story.
It's the talk of the neighborhood that has parents on Hale Avenue in disbelief.
It's very disgusting. I can't stomach it. I can't at all.
Police say an 8-year-old girl was hit in the head with a shovel, robbed of her iPad, and raped Friday evening. Police later arrested 29-year-old Kane Madden Saturday morning.
As a father, and a grandfather, me, myself, I mean, I'm sure, other people probably feel the same way. I would have rather found him before the police found him.
Derek King says he and others in the area are on high alert.
Kids can't even come out and play now these days because of things like that.
According to a 2017 arrest report, Madden was at the center of a sexual assault investigation. Documents state he bit a large chunk of the victim's face off right under her left eye. A judge dismissed that case, saying Madden wasn't competent to stand trial. Now, 2 years later, police say he victimized an 8-year-old girl.
He basically just destroyed that little girl's mentality about life and just changed her whole perspective about how things goes.
As the little girl is recovering from the skull fracture, cuts, and bruises, King wants justice to be served.
He needs to be dealt with in a severe, orderly fashion.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but when I hear stories like that, I feel two ways: heartbroken and infuriated. I just feel like, it's women. It's not safe. We got to protect our children. We got to protect our women. And this was a little girl, a little 8-year-old girl, and he took her iPad and then raped her and then brutalized her like that. But if they would have kept that joker when he bit that plug 2 years ago out of somebody and assaulted them, this wouldn't have happened. But you're going to take an 8-year-old hit in the head. He must have watched that movie with Samuel L. Jackson, A Time to Kill. And you remember Samuel L. Jackson? They was like, why did you shoot him? He said, because they needed to die. I don't believe an eye for an eye, tooth for tooth, but he needed to be dealt with. And if they would have kept him on mental illness, just 2 years ago, this baby, imagine what other mess he did.
Yeah.
When
that's
the key on that.
That's the key on the head. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. That was a sick, deranged man who you got your first warning when he bit somebody's face. Are you kidding me? What are you waiting for? With stuff like that, violent attacks on other human beings, violent attacks on children that aren't punished. Where have we gone wrong? It's just like, what is up? Good Lord. And yeah, I mean, as a parent, if I was one of those people, I would find people to come and help me smack them in the head with the shovel. I mean, again, for an 8-year-old child, I'm sorry, this may not be a popular opinion, but when someone does that, they deserve either what they gave.
No, they deserve street justice.
Worse. No, that's what I'm saying. It's a child, and I have children, little children, an 11-year-old still. That if a man did that, I guarantee my sister and I would be burying a body somewhere. Period. And my ex-husband doesn't even like me, and he'd help.
Yeah, D-Lo, how does that make you feel?
I got a niece. I got 2 goddaughters. The minute that I heard that happened to anybody in my family, I'm gonna kill somebody. And I'm not gonna kill you. I'm not gonna shoot you. I'm not just gonna get your ass beat. I'm gonna do everything that you did to that child to you. So you felt like you needed to take her innocence, then I'm gonna take yours. You feel what I'm saying? Anything that you do to that baby, I'm gonna do the fuck to you. And you got me fucked up. And that's on God. I don't care if it lands me in jail. I don't care if it lands me in a grave. I don't give a fuck. You don't hurt kids. Because they're beings that have innocence. These are people who they came into this world and they weren't brought into this world. It wasn't their fault that they were brought here. They were brought here by their parents. They were brought here by other people, and they're here to learn and grow. And they shouldn't have to be in a situation where they have to be afraid to walk the street. The simple pleasures that everybody has enjoyed throughout their whole life. They should not be afraid to be outside. Children should not have to wonder if I have a toy or if I have a piece of electronics or whatever, that somebody is going to rob me, beat me, bite a chunk out of my face, and rape me. Like, no little girl should ever be in a position to have to fight for her innocence. No child should.
no person.
No
Mm-mm.
I
person.
mean,
But
if they would have kept that Joker,
no fucking child. And I promise you, and this is on everything, and I don't give a fuck who hears it. If it would, I would love for it to be the man that did that shit. You pleading insanity, or they trying to say you crazy, nigga. You not fucking crazy. You knew exactly what the fuck you was doing. I don't believe that people who do things like this are just crazy. I don't believe, especially because you said he did something in the past,
2 years
biting
ago.
the chunk out of somebody else or whatever have you. You knew exactly what you're doing. Some people are creatures of habits. They may have something that's not connecting in there, but I don't believe that's a matter of craziness. There are people who are literally insane, people with mental disabilities. I don't think this is a matter of mental disability. This is somebody who is just not even sick, like, oh, it's an illness. This is somebody who just doesn't need to be out here. This is somebody who needs to be under the jail. I don't believe in taking anybody's life, but the fact is, you were ready to take that child's life, beating her with a shovel. So we need to fuck you and your life.
Yeah, he did. He took her life because she's traumatized for the rest of her life. It'll never be the same.
Right.
When you certain traumas, you can never recover from some things. And you can get over some things and deal with it and compartmentalize, but you still have that trauma there of what you've been through.
You got to think of the different things that this little girl went through in this small period of time. Beaten up. She was bitten, so she got damage in her face. When she looks at herself, she probably gonna look at herself like she's ugly now, which is going to damage her mentally and emotionally. And then the fact that she was raped. This is a child who probably has not experienced anything sexual in her life yet. So you got
violently assaulted
damage. Like, there's a lot of women out here that have been a victim of sexual prowess, of people who have done things to them. I've been in that situation. I could only imagine if I was 8 fucking years old and somebody took it. I was 15 and it fucked me up. I can imagine at 8 fucking years old what you go through. Every man that walks by you is now is going to make you afraid. Every person that comes close to you, even if they're showing you love, is going to make you afraid. You're going to feel like everybody hurts you. And then there's a possibility of resentment to her parents, because why weren't you there to protect
me? Yeah.
What do you do with somebody like that? You know how much work it's going to take to get that child's mind right, just for her to be able to live, just for her to be able to function. And this motherfucker, you want to be classified as crazy or as insane. Nah, nigga, fuck you. First chance I got, they couldn't have let me be somebody that's in charge of what punishment this nigga gets, because he gets lethal injection off the break.
Wait a minute, you said something right there. Whoever was in charge 2 years ago and let him go, they need something need to happen to them. That I mean, people need to be investigated that said that they had him and then they let him go. Who decided to let him go? And for what, why, and what reason? That needs to be investigated. And then some justice need to go on them, because if it wasn't for them, a lot of people don't like doing their jobs. So who said this Joker was competent? If he wasn't competent to stand trial, and you gonna throw him back in society?
But how the fuck do they throw people like this back into society?
Yeah,
and
well,
motherfuckers walking around freely, but y'all killing young black men every fucking day.
I'm not justifying.
In Arizona, iced teas get killed walking down the street because they got a hood on, but you can't happen to find this nigga that's out here biting people's face off and raping kids. The fuck out of here, man.
I'm gonna say this one thing.
They had him.
This one thing. Speaking like crazy. We're speaking of like wellness, mental health. We've been talking about that crazy. I went crazy for a little bit after I had my seizure. I'm not saying I was detached from reality. Okay, you can ask my sister, you can ask Angie. She saw me during that phase. I was aware. I knew, but my thinking. So again, when people say that they're crazy, yeah, they are thinking erratically and in a crazy way that is putting themselves and other people at danger. Now, one thing that is a problem, you remember back in the day, and I'm not saying this is the solution, but remember when there were insane asylums. When I'm not saying you lock all the crazy people away, but acknowledge that there are crazy people on the street hurting. Homeless people do this crazy shit. They snap and they'll go after someone. So again, we have people on the street that are sick, that are ill, that are hurting children, that are hurting each other. And people are just going to be like, well, okay, people are crazy. They need therapy. No, they need a lot more than that. We are past therapy because therapy only works for those people who can afford it, who can find it. If you can't afford to go to therapy, how is that helping you?
But there's therapy out there that don't cost shit. There's therapy. There's
You're right.
out there. Now, when you mention the homeless people, me being somebody who had been homeless in the past and having conversations with other people who've been homeless, some fuckers literally be like, no, the help be there, the lodging is there, there's assistance there, even though it's not what we should have out there for people to really help folks. Some motherfuckers literally say no. When you are somebody who may have some kind of mental disability and you just straight out refuse to fucking help, at that point, I feel like you have made a conscious decision. You're not going to take it. And whatever the fuck you do after that, we're not claiming that you insane. You're not fucking crazy. You had the option for help and you said no. So now, nigga, you going to jail. And if the fuck they fuck you up in there, because when they find out that you did this to a kid, they gonna fuck you up in there. And you get everything you get. There was a guy years ago that raped I think she was either 2 or 3 years old. And because he had money, this motherfucker was only in jail for like a year. If that. And they said because they didn't feel like he would fare well in jail. How the fuck did that little girl fare well against your grown ass? But because he was rich, that motherfucker got out.
Money.
Sounds like jail was the perfect place for him.
I got another video I want to share with y'all. This is the last video. We'll get y'all thoughts on this one. Molly, can you roll the last video for me? Yeah.
Stop calling yourselves black, but allow me to explain why. First, I'm going to start with this article because it's going to help me explain why you shouldn't call yourselves black. In pre-colonial African societies, the name of a person, place, or thing is its nature. Let's stop right there real quick. What is another name for a person, place, or thing? In elementary school, we learned that that's called a noun. And according to the teachings of Noble Drew Ali, he taught us that what is meant by the word black. Black, according to science, means death. So if black, according to science, is death, and the name of a person, place, or thing is its nature, does that not correlate to why we as a people face the conditions that we face today? Now, in their formal apology for slavery, Congress in 2008 said this: whereas Africans forced into slavery were brutalized, humiliated, dehumanized, and subjected to the indignity of being stripped of their names and heritage. Now, here's $1 million question. If you're stripped of your name and heritage, why haven't you reclaimed it? Is it not true that 99% of our people go around using European last name that they know was from a slave master or a European family? And I'm not trying to shame anybody. I'm just trying to appeal to your common sense. Also, I need you to share this out right now because I know I'm spitting. Africans abroad have been called many different names throughout history, depending on the region and reigning power. What most of the names have in common is that they were negative and imposed through hegemonic actions of Western European sovereigns. There is a direct correlation between names and so-called black people's perception of themselves. When names followed the tradition of ancient heritage, so-called black concepts were healthy. But as names grew negative, so-called black people's self-concept changed in step with the negative connotations of the name. Now this next part is going to explain everything. Part of plantation owners' ways of breaking newly acquired Africans, as stated in the literature of that period, was to dehumanize them. Think Kunta Kinte being beaten into submission to call himself Toby. The first step in eliciting a subhuman self-concept was to change their personal names and titles. Slaves were called niggers, which comes from Negro, Spanish for black, or necro, Latin for dead. And look who was breaking this down back in the 60s. The word black in modern dictionaries does not carry one single positive attribute in its definition. And again, what is meant by the word black? Black, according to science, means death. And I'm going to read one more thing from Prophet Noble Drew Ali that explains beautifully why he tried to get us to proclaim our nationality back in 1913. Those who fail to recognize the free national name of their constitutional government are classified as undesirables and are subject to all inferior names and abuses and mistreatments that the citizens care to bestow upon them. So think about all the inferior names and abuses that we as a people have cycled through over and over. And it is a sin for any group of people to violate the national constitutional laws of a free national government and cling to the names and the principles that delude to slavery. And so people think Moors are just nitpicking when we are breaking down what this word black mean, but we're really trying to get you to understand the overall picture and why it's important to stop calling yourselves black. Peace.
All right, that brother said a lot. But what do you, D-Lo? Let's just start with you since you the guest. What are your thoughts on that? There's a lot.
I'm gonna leave that.
You can say pass and move it to Michelle. Michelle,
Yeah,
what you think?
I'm a pass.
Yeah, all right.
Michelle, like, I don't know.
Do you mind if I share a little something that I found on LinkedIn about clearing language on slavery? Can I talk about that? Because
Clearing language on
maybe
slavery?
we need to put the terms that we were using back then in terms of what we know now. Like what we know now is that slaves equal hostages. Slave owners equal human traffickers. Slave catchers are the police now. Plantations, let's call them what they are, death camps. Mistresses.
He's not talking about none of that part.
I'm not talking about that, but he's saying part of a language. It's the language where black does not equal death.
No, he said the meaning behind it. Everything
right,
that's black is negative.
It's not. Those words were created by those words were created by the white people to make black people feel negative.
That's
and
what
inferior.
he said. Right.
When I take away your name, so now let's not use that S word again. Let's call what was back then. They were hostages. They were people being held against their will. Because you know what? Like, how about you guys redefine history? Call it by the facts. Call it by what we know in terms now so people understand. This was not something that happened back in the day. This is something that can still happen now based on the words that we use. Does that make sense? I don't mean to get preachy, but again, it's like it's taking back power. That's what I think that's what it is. You got to take back if you become a noun, an object, they take away your name. They remove who you are as a person. You got to claim that fucking back. And it's not about doing it by their fucking rules this time.
Well, that's what the young guy said. He said, stop using the word
I agree.
black. Because anytime you think of something negative, he's right, but there was darkness before there was light. Black isn't a negative thing, but that's how it was portrayed. Like, say if I'm Joan or somebody, like, oh, you black ass. That's not a compliment when you calling somebody black, or they're saying that, or you black this or you black that. It's always been like a negative, but call me by my name. Call me what my grandma called me. Call me fucking REESE, or call me, out there. That was the name they made up and they gave to me. No matter who had it first or whatever. I don't, on my birth certificate, it says Negro. What do it say on your birth certificate as color or race, D-Lo? It says Negro for me. What it don't say black. Mine don't say black.
I don't know what mine says.
I mean,
my birth
some people birth certificate, they used to use the word color. They used to have that up there. They used to have Negro. They have black, and they have African American up there.
Did you want to add something, D-Lo?
Oh yeah, I was putting my hand up and wait my turn.
Oh no, go ahead. Go.
So I feel like I kind of, because at first I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I kind of get both y'all points. If you think about it, I see what Michelle is saying about, like, call it what it is and take the energy out the words, and then I see what you're saying. As far as like they were saying that black was you said darkness was there before the light and things like that. I guess I'm looking at it like it is somewhat about the power that's in the word, like how people use it. Because if you think about black is a combination of color. Is when you take a bunch of colors
and dump it together.
And this world is a colorful world. This world has a lot going on. So the combination of all of those colors together gives you the darker color, gives you the black. White would be the absence of color, right? So that would be the absence of that same energy. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a negative connotation when it comes to black. Like saying Negro or Negro in Latin or Spanish or whatever. Yes, that may be how you say the color black in that language, but I don't think it has to be a negative connotation to it. I think it's just like the equivalent to when people call each other niggas. Like, think about it in the black community. We call each other nigga all the time. And it's how we use it we use it in a way where we think, oh, well, it's okay because I'm black and I'm saying it to another black person and I'm just saying, yeah, that's my nigga. But then if somebody outside of our race says nigga, then it's a problem. It's the energy that we put into the words.
That same word with bitch goes apply the same way. We use bitch all the time. You let a man call a woman a bitch. Well, you calling a bitch, you and I,
well,
you,
it depends on the man and it depends on the woman. It depends on what energy she accepts. If she fucks with that man like that, he might be able to call her a bitch. But then somebody she don't fuck with calls her that same bitch, and then it's a problem. It's just
I don't know you.
Perceive how people are expressing themselves with these words. So it's just a matter of you got to make the decision on what word bothers you. A word that would bother me is dyke. That resonates with me. Somebody else may think that it's playful, that they can use the word, oh, you ain't nothing but a little dyke or blah, blah, blah. That's in their opinion. But it's just how I perceive how the word is used. So I think the same thing.
You use it as a derogatory, and it's used with derogatory, a slang, and it's an offensive insult, right? It's a mischievous word, right?
I could say that, but then I can't turn around and use that same word. It's the energy that I'm giving the word. So if I get mad at this person for calling me a dyke, I can't be over here in jest using the same word dyke and thinking that there's no energy behind it. It's put into these words.
Yeah. My therapist refers to herself that way, and I wouldn't, you know.
And you might think that don't mean shit. But maybe in my mind, a cat has a negative connotation to it. A cat is something derogatory. Right. It could be
like they call me fat. You fat motherfucker. You fat this. You fat. Fat proceed everywhere.
But it's the way that you use the word. I feel like it's what we put behind these words. If we were more aware of what we were saying to people and how we were saying it, it probably wouldn't be so much of a problem. But people tend to use words that don't have that negative energy in a way to make somebody feel less than they are. And that's where the problem lies. If people stop trying to make somebody else feel like they lower than the next person, like if you thought using the word black made you feel like less than another race, then that's a problem. But why the fuck is the word black supposed to make me feel worse? I like black. I like the color.
My favorite color when I go out.
I look good in black.
The fuck, black look good on a lot of people. White look good on a lot of people. I don't give a fuck about what word you use as long as I know that energy behind that word is not energy that's trying to make me feel less.
Trying to oppress you in any type of way. And that's why they use the word to try to oppress you. It's always been as the people, we try to oppress people of color. And Nene said a comment.
Just call me a freak. I ain't mad at that.
That's Freaky Friday, yo. Yeah, that's Freaky Friday. Nene said black is the essence of all colors. She said we are the original people from the planet. Know thyself.
Matter of fact, if you want to call me something, call me melanated. How about that? Let's just use that because I'm melanated. Jesus is melanated. Reese melanated. Michelle melanated. It's in there. It might be a little less than mine, but it's in there.
Yeah.
Everybody got a certain amount of melanin. And at the end of the day, we know that based off of the history that we've realized or that we've discovered, maybe in more recent years, not recent years, but maybe not way back in the day. Because at first they tried to act like Jesus wasn't what he looked like, but we know what Jesus is really supposed to look like. You know what I'm saying?
He is what he is. Hair, wool, and eyes of fire. Copper, your feet and stuff copper.
Right.
I ain't seen no Caucasian copper people out there.
But for some of the first beings, you know, they weren't necessarily classified as white or black.
They were beings.
I would say, wasn't it like the cradle of civilization where it's warm and it's by the sun? So of course, if you're out in the sun,
and you were olive or darker, things like that. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be black. Doesn't have to be a thing. It doesn't have to be negative. Application, check that shit off, fill that shit out, and turn it in. That's it. That's the extent of black.
And so that's his. I think that's his argument or his thing was, why do we still call each other black then? Why do we still? You know, it don't have to be negative. Hey, and why do we do that?
Colored, I tell you that. Don't call me colored. I don't even like the way that sounds.
Colored. Well, colored guess what?
That's like Archie Bunker said.
I don't like colored because I used to work at Domino's Pizza, and this old man, and he didn't know no better, but he was old. He was like 70 something delivering pizza. I was like 16, and they were looking for some receipts, and he was like, "I gave it to the colored girl," and it just made me feel weird. It made me feel weird.
It probably was a lot of colored people in there. So which colored girl?
It was just
but you know, colored. I can respect colored other than better so than black, because colored is all colors. Every color. Look, because if I smack Michelle, she gonna turn a color. She colored.
I am.
If we get in the cold, she gonna turn blue. She colored.
Do you
Every
remember?
turn of colors. But all of us are blue underneath. So what about everybody blue?
Years ago, they used to talk about colored, how people would call black folk colored, but it was technically white people that were colored because white people turn blue, white people turn red.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Get sick and all that, and black people the same color all the time.
No, black people turn black and blue. Because I done turned black, blue, green.
Mm-hmm.
I turned some colors.
But
underneath, that's on the outside again. But underneath, we are all the same color. And you know what color we are? We are all shades of blue.
Girl, don't be trying to promote it.
We are all shades of blue. That's what we are, all that. Because underneath, before our blood get oxygenated in each and every creature, we are shades of blue.
Oh, gosh.
And that's fact. Y'all need to get this book.
I'm fucking dead, Reese.
This is a good book. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
You're killing me.
Shades of blue. Well, we are out of time, ladies. D-Lo, thank you for being our gracious guest. Michelle, thank you for riding with me. That's my baby. And D-Lo, tell them where you're going to be again and get them some closing remarks, something good for the people to go on, of how they can find you and see you.
You can find me on Facebook at Plain Old D-Lo. That's PLAINOLDLO. You can find me on Instagram at Red Cup Low. That's REDCUPLO. Tonight I will be in Virginia. Once again, I told you the address was 218 William Street. I don't know what part of Virginia it is, but it's about an hour and 30 minutes from Baltimore. So wherever that is, that's where I'll be. Tomorrow I don't have a show. I'm going to get my hair done. After that, I know that I have 2 shows on Friday. Both of those shows, one of those is actually going to be a 420 friendly show. So if you are a friendly person, please come out.
420,
I'll be doing kind of live comedy as well. Both of those will be in DC. One will be at the Comedy Loft and the other one will be at the Pyramid Smoking Lounge. Then after that, we got headliners only. It'll be an all headliner show with me, Ashley Mayo, Stacey Carver, Ray Diva, and there's one more person on there. I believe
I'm coming. I'm gonna be on there.
That's
I'm gonna come up there with my. I'm come up there.
And then we got some crab feast coming that's gonna be in Philadelphia. We got some shows that's gonna be down there, not too far from Waldorf, Crofton, and all that stuff. We gonna be out there doing it, and anything else, we got coming. And most people don't know this, but I will be doing my own shows this year.
What?
So I'm going to be doing 2 shows this year, shows that you have never seen, the ideas that you have never seen. And
are we breaking news? Is this breaking news?
Don't be surprised if you see these ladies on one of the shows. Don't be surprised. You actually see them live. And I have some new merch that'll be coming out. So give me one second. I'm going to grab the merch. Hold on. Oh, shit.
We're going to have fun. You all, it's going to be.
What is it?
New merch.
Oh,
I think it says funny.
It says funny, period. That's right.
And that's basically because there's always people out here in these streets to be talking about they don't know no funny females. They can't find funny females. Oh, she's cute, but what else she got? Oh, she's this and what else she got? It's a lot of women out here that's funny. Ain't nothing else to it. They ain't fucking you. It ain't because of their look and other stuff. She just funny.
They won't give us a chance like that. That is, funny, period. Because another comedian said, I don't know no funny female.
When you see a woman with a funny period shirt on, just know she was approved by D-Lo, and that bitch is funny.
You got my size. You got, because I got to get the girl.
Sure do. We go all the way from a small to a 5X.
I need a 5 for the girls, honey.
All right, so we got a little extra titty room. I'm going to pull the front of yours out a little bit for some titty room.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hell yeah.
But Michelle.
Next time I see y'all, I got a couple of shirts for you. Just inbox me your sizes and your color.
You're awesome.
You know my size. And I rock black and blue. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. So
hey!
Yeah. See, I knew that's why I love you. See,
I might be but I got my Cowboy star on my elbow.
Holy
see,
Ain't
Look,
playing.
I didn't even
Commitment.
see.
It's something. It's something, yo.
When we first connected, I met her a year ago doing the
Wow.
show at Body Oasis. It was her, King Tink, me, somebody else, and I stepped in for Miss Sin. That
Hell yeah.
when I met D-Lo that night and she talking about the fat on it, I said, that bitch talking about me. I
I was too. Shit. Hell yeah. I seen that arm. You got me.
like the seasoning. I said it was like a connection there. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, she hella funny. And I was like, you know what? And she cool as what else can you get? Hella funny and cool
But
as fuck.
that's how it was when I met Michelle that first time. I just met her at that one show. This
Thank
motherfucker was hugging me. I'm like, I don't even know this lady, but I don't even know this lady.
Because I'd be
But
like,
I'm a hugger. D-Lo, I'm a hugger.
hell yeah. Tempo. Oh shit. Molly's saying that we got to get the fuck out of
We
here.
gotta go.
Closing time.
Molly, Michelle, anything to say?
Well, aside that, it's now officially Women Crush Wednesday, and I loved everything D-Lo had to say today. What I especially love is what you said about colors and paint, and it's so simple. It's been in front of us since we were children, and we paint, and we pour all the paints together. And what color did it make?
Black.
It made a mess.
So thanks for coming on. Thank you for having me on, and I hope everyone has a fantastic day.
All right. Y'all do the same.
And all I want to say, come back tomorrow for Tall Tale Thursday, where we talk about shit that you can't believe. It's like, what? And February 25th, y'all get your tickets, come out and support. I got some new stuff, a whole new world's going to happen on the 25th. Y'all come out, love and support. Mr. Molly Mall, come on in, baby, and close us out. Where my little
Good show, ladies. I'm just setting up.
I like that.
Meet you, D-Lo. I gotta definitely, come out and see you, because I already know Michelle and Reese funny, and when they stamp you funny, it's the same thing. I gotta come see it because they don't stamp anybody.
Just let me know. I got you.
For certain, you have to go see her.
And Yogi said his lady is funny.
I got your ticket.
Letting everybody know. You got it? Okay, I'm gonna add you on Instagram.
Hell yeah. I like that wall you got back there too, though.
Oh yeah, it's part of the show. We come on at 1:00, the Tom Mo show. Reese send her the link when you get a chance. I like Yogi comment too. He said we all got white bones. I never thought of that one. I never thought of that.
Maybe we are both.
Okay. Women Michelle, they be on their thing over there. But good show, y'all. I see y'all tomorrow at 10:30. We normally go 10:30, 11:30. Sometimes we go whenever we got a good guest. So feel free to always come on, D-Lo. Love you, Miss
Yeah,
love you, Michelle. See y'all in the background. You ain't gotta go nowhere, D-Lo. We be talking after the show.
Oh well, hell yeah. But I gotta get my ass out of here.
All right.
I'll holler at y'all.
Yes, for certain.